Hello students, welcome to Talanta chemistry class. Today we are going to discuss a very important topic from class 12 P block elements group 16, and the topic is, it's written over here, oxoacids of sulfur. This is the topic which I'm going to discuss. The first thing what we have to remember, what is the basic utility of this particular short topic on the context of competitive exam like JEE and NEET. If you go through the questions of last 35 years of JEE and NEET, you will see that at least 10 to 12 times the question have been asked in both the exams from these small short topic. And the main important feature what we have to keep in our mind during the exam session, that is the structure of all these acids. There are like 9-10 acids which are written and given the structures in the NCERT textbook, and the questions are frequently asked from that particular structures with different layers of chemical bonding and some informative stuffs as well. So at the beginning, this we have to keep in our mind at the beginning of the video. This is a sort of trick video, we can say. So we are going to draw the structure of 9-10 oxoacids of sulfur by the reference of 2 oxoacids. Only 2 structures we have to keep in our mind, and rest of the 8 we can done very easily with our logic by following this video. So let's begin our journey. At the beginning of this lecture, what you have to keep in your mind that what do you mean by oxoacids of sulfur? The substances which contain hydrogen, sulfur and oxygen. Now, some basic feature of these oxoacids. Number 1, oxoacids contain S, OH and S double bond O linkages. The first one. The second thing what we should keep in our mind, this is rather a common information, where sulfur is in lower oxidation state, the acid is referred as As acid, and where sulfur is in higher oxidation state is referred as ic acid. The fourth thing, if there is any aces linkage present in an oxoacid of sulfur, then that acid is referred as thioacid, because IUPAC name of sulfur is thio. And if we get any OO linkage, that is peroxy linkage, then that acid is known as peroxy acid. Well, now at first I'm going to draw 2 structures of 2 acids, that these 2 acids, rather the structures of these 2 acids will be used as the reference frame. The first one is very common, which you are going through since your class 9-10 days, sulfuric acid. This is the structure of sulfuric acid, H2SO4. And Another structure we have to keep in our mind, that is this one. Its general formula is H2S2O6 and known as dithionic acid. So now the rest of the structures I'm going to draw on the basis of these two reference structures. One is sulfuric acid, another one is dithionic acid. Say H2S2O7, the structure of these oxoacid of sulfur. So naturally you can understand that in the reference to reference structures, in this structure one sulfur atom is there, and in this structure two sulfur atoms are there. As the given molecular formula, in the given molecular formula two sulfur atoms are there, so we have to think its structure on the basis of these reference structure. So this is quite, what is the difference between these two? Only one oxygen atom is excess here. That oxygen atom will be inserted in these compound in the most symmetrical way. What will be the most symmetrical way? If you cut the molecule in this way, it is being divided into two symmetrical halves. So if we incorporate one oxygen atom here, then we will get the structure of oleum H2S2O7. So what will be the structure of oleum? This one. This oxygen atom is being inserted with dithionic acid into dithionic acid to produce oleum. Then the structure is H2S2O8. It is referred as Marshall acid or part disulfuric acid. Marshall acid or part disulfuric acid. So this structure we also have to think on the basis of the structure of H2S2O6. So if we incorporate the here, difference between H2S2O6 and H2S2O8, two oxygen atoms. So among these sulfur atoms, two oxygen atoms will be inserted, making peroxy linkage, means O single bond O. This is the structure of Marshall acid, as it contains this peroxy linkage, so it is also referred as part disulfuric acid. Next, we are going to draw the structure of H2S2O5. So to draw this structure, as this is two sulfur atoms are here, so here we also take the dithionic acid as the reference. So at first we are drawing the structure of dithionic acid once more. So this is H2S2O6. And what is the difference between these two? Here one oxygen atom is short, so we have to remove one oxygen atom from this structure. So there are two types of oxygen atoms. One is double bonded O, another one is single bonded OH. Suppose if we eliminate OH, along with O, one hydrogen atom will be eliminated, but here no hydrogen atom is changed. Number of hydrogen atoms are remaining intact, so pure oxygen you have to remove. So you have to remove any of these oxygen atoms to get the structure of H2S2O5. So what will be the structure of H2S2O5? It's like this one. You just drop one is double bonded O, and there naturally one lone pair will be present in place of the double bonded O. So this is the structure of H2S2O5. We are thinking of H2S2O4. So here two oxygen atoms are short from H2S2O6. So again, I'm drawing the structure of H2S2O6. We have to remove two oxygen atom. When two oxygen atom we have to remove in such a way equal from each of the sulfur atom. We have to remove equal number of oxygen atom from each of the sulfur atom. Like we cannot remove these two oxygen atoms simultaneously or these two oxygen atoms. We have to remove during the structure in this way, like this will be dropped and this will be dropped, and in place of that dropped double bonded O, of course a lone pair will be inserted. So this is the structure of H2S2O4. So now moving to the structure of H2SO3, sulfurous acid known as. So here the reference will be H2SO4 structure. From H2SO4, if we remove one O, we will get H2SO3. So double bonded O will be removed, and in place of that one lone pair will come up. Next, H2SO5 known as parmonosulfuric acid or Carros acid. Here the reference frame is also H2SO4. So this is the structure of H2SO4. So what is the difference between H2SO4 and H2SO5? One oxygen atom. You just insert one oxygen atom either between these sulfur and these oxygen or these sulfur and these oxygen, because that by introducing that oxygen atom we have to incorporate one peroxy linkage, that means O single bond O linkage. So what will be its structure? Next, draw H2S2O2. What will be its structure? So as two sulfur atoms are there, so the reference molecule will be diethyonic acid. So we have to remove four oxygen atoms, right? This is H2S2O6 and this one is H2S2O2. So four oxygen atoms should be removed in this way. From one sulfur atom, two oxygen atoms, and from another sulfur atom, another two oxygen atoms. So these double bonded O, this double bonded O, this double bonded O, and this double bonded O will be omitted, and in place of that we will incorporate one pair of lone pair. and this is the structure of H2S2O3. This structure is a bit unusual, so you try to keep it in your mind by practicing thrice or four times. Otherwise, all the structures, if you follow the video in a proper way and write it down 2-3 times, then of course you can do the structures very rapidly within flick of seconds if you practice the material provided in the video in a proper way. Thank you for watching. See you soon in the next video.